Hi everyone, I'm Carissa and I'm the owner and founder of Miss Independent Beauty Salon. So, we've been part of your beauty journey for almost 10 years now, and today, let me take you back to where it all began and share my story with you because I want you to get to know me more. Also, I wanted to share how Miss Independent Beauty Salon started. So, I was born in Mandaluyong City. I was the fifth child, anim kami magkakapatid. At yung mama ko taga Maynila at yung papa ko taga Bicol. So, nasunog yung bahay namin dito sa Bicol, bahay ng lola ko. Kaya nag-decide yung parents ko na sige, uwi na lang tayo doon sa father side, sa lola ko sa Bicol. So, unfortunately, nasunugan ulit kami ng bahay doon. Nasunog yung bahay ng lola ko. Siyempre, it was an accident. No one wants it. So, life was really hard that time. Also, nung mga elementary ako, na-stroke yung papa ko. So, hindi na siya makapag-work. And yung mama ko, laging maalis. Pumunta siya ng Manila kasi kailangan niya maghanap ng trabaho. So, she became the breadwinner of the family. So, ayun, I was raised by my lola before na-feature ako sa Itbulaga kasi that time yung team nun is bawal judgmental is yung mga pinalaki ng lola or lolo. So, sumali ako. So, may TF naman kaya worth it naman. I think that was pandemic time. So, ayun. Um, dun kami lumaki, nag-aral si kinder hanggang high school. So, graduate ako ng high school sa Bicol. At after that, na-realize ko na hindi naman ako kayang pag-aralin ng parents ko ng college. So, I tried pa nga na mag-exam sa mga university. Nakapasa naman ako. So, tapos, I was excited. Pero sabi ko, hindi naman ako kayang pag-aralin ng parents ko. So, mag-work na lang ako. So, lumuwas ako ng Maynila since I was 18 naman na that time. And I looked for a job. So, doon sa Novaliches, since meron kayong mga kamag-anak and I was familiar doon sa lugar na yun, kaya doon ako nag-stay. Look for a job, tapos meron doon mga wanted sales lady or wanted tendera. So that is my first job. I was earning 100 pesos per day for selling bags, yung, kasi syempre, maraming mga, ano doon, mga store na naghahanap ng tindera. So, yun, nagbibenta ko ng bag. And then, nag-upgrade ako. Nag-apply ako sa Nova Mall. Sales lady pa rin. Pero medyo mataas na sa 100, siguro mga 120 per day. But there is commission if makabenta kami. So, ayun. And also, yung dream ko is at least minimum wage kasi possible naman yan kahit high school graduate, right? So, kapag doon ka kasi mag-a-apply sa mga SMs, kailangan mo ng NBI, police clearance, medical, maraming requirements. So, kailangan ko muna mag-ipon. So, ayun, nag-ipon ako. Nag-ipon ako, nag-apply na ako sa malls. Nag-apply ako ng malls. Sa Mega Mall hindi ako natanggap eh. So, pinakauna kong minimum wage na work is Resto Bar sa Quezon City. So, I was really proud kasi yung mga kawork ko, usually mga HRM graduate, mga college level. So, sinabi ko din sa resume ko na college level ako even though I'm not. So, I was hired. But this is the plot twist. Since I was um, tipikal probinsyana, sobrang mahiyain ko talaga. Yung parang pumara sa bus, hindi ko kaya. Mag-aantay ako na magpapara, saka ako bababa. Ganun ako ka I cannot really talk to people or strangers. So that time, since my work is to entertain customers, not like entertain, I mean, like what's your order? Syempre, restaurant yon. Hindi ko kaya. So, minsan, tumatago ako. Ang ginagawa ko, kapag ayan na yung food, ako na lang magse-serve, pero yung kakausap sa customers, I cannot do that. So after 2 months na working there, I was fired kasi I was not improving. So ayun, okay naman siya. It's good for experience. And then natanggap na ako sa mall. I was still 18 that time. I was hired in CMG. I was selling bags and shoes. So ayun, um, that was November, and yeah, I was assigned in Green Hills, MOA, Trinoma, Robinson, Ortigas, ganon. Doon yung mga store ng CMG. So, since walang tao dito, doon ka muna. Kasi, pagpaguhan ka kasi, ikaw yung pinapapunta-punta kung saan-saan. Pero okay lang naman. So, I was working there, okay naman. And then, after 3 months, November, December, January, I lost my dad. So, namatay yung papa ko. Gusto ko nang umuwi, syempre, kasi gusto kong makita yung family ko. Kaso, that time, sabi ng manager, kung gusto mong umuwi, mawawalan ka ng work. Pag umuwi ka ba, mabubuhay ba yung papa mo? Like, I feel like I don't have a choice that time. So, they given me 2 days plus my day off. So, I only have 3 days para makauwi, tapos balik agad. So, yun yung ginawa ko. Umuwi, tapos balik agad. I was really depressed that time kasi all my life, yung dream ko lang naman makompleto kami. Since yung mama ko, lagi siyang wala. So, wala ka nga kaming complete family picture. Kasi, ang dami namin magkakapatid. Tapos, yung mama ko, lagi siyang umaalis. Tapos, ayun, I feel so bad that time kasi sabi ko, wala na, kahit anong gawin ko, hindi na kami makakompleto. So, yeah, I was really heartbroken, but lives continue. So, I have aunties and my brother suggested me na what if mag-aral ka ng hairdressing sa school dyan sa Maynila. So, naghanap ako, nahanap ko yung Ricky Reyes sa Cubao. So, they provided me everything, my tuition fee and my allowance that time. So, nag-aral ako. I was 19 na, that's that time. Nag-aral ako at matapos ko yung work. Siguro 100 more than 100 yung models na kailangan namin tapusin. Kasi may grade bawat isa. Okay, tapos ka na dito. Okay, tapos na. Tapos may exam, maganda yung curriculum nila. Tapos may trade test. Mayroong final test na mag-haircut ka at this time and also iti-test nila. So, ganun, trade test. So, I passed that exam and also I was given a medal. So, not all students get medal, only those people who gets excel in the class. So, I was given a medal. And after that, nag-apply na ako sa mga salon ni Ricky Reyes. I was assigned in Santa Ana, Manila, Marikina, dito sa Antipolo, sa baba ng simbahan. Meron dyan before, Ricky Super Style. So, stay in naman kami before, kaya walang problema. At, ayun, balik ulit ako sa 3,000 pesos per month kasi yun yung basic allowance. Meron namang commission at meron namang tip. But yun yung mga ginagastos ko for my food. Tapos, ayun, 2015, um, I was introduced sa owner nitong salon. Kasi yung kaklase ko sa Rica Reyes, relatives nila. So, hinard nila ako as hairstylist year 2015. I was 20 years old that time. So, but then after few months, sabi ng brother ko, kurso ko yung makeup school ko. So, nag-resign ako at nag-aral sa makeup school at nag-freelance na lang ako. Nag-accept ako ng mga weddings, ganun, wedding gig. Then, after that, kinontak ako ng dati kong boss. Sabi niya, Carissa, binibenta ko na yung salon. Baka interested kayo. So yun, sinabi ko agad sa brother ko na yung dati kong boss, binibenta niya yung salon. Tapos yung brother ko, he supported me. Sabi niya, oh sige, kunin natin. I was really pressured that time kasi I was only 23. I don't have bachelor degree in marketing or anything. So, um, hindi ko alam kung paano magpatakbo ng negosyo. But I have my brother supported me all the way, and he's also the one who paid the business. Kasi wala naman akong pera. I was a poor person. So, ayun. Um, Sabi ko, ano ipapangalan natin? Kasi hindi ko na alam yan. So, also, he suggested na Miss Independent Beauty Salon. So, he's the one who named this business Miss Independent Beauty Salon. Ko, okay. So, ayun, na-register ko na sa DTI at na-register ko na sa business permit. And then, nag-take turnover na kami noong 2017. So, almost 10 years kasi magto 10 years pa lang after like next year, March. Right? So, yeah, that is the story for almost a decade. I will tell you what happened in that Lent, and yeah, we'll tell you on the second part. And yeah, if you have any questions and you want to know, you can comment and message me. So I will give you a lot of stories in starting a job as that age. Like I have a lot of trial and error. Also have a lot of experience. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'm very grateful to everyone, to all of you supported me and patronizing Miss Independent Beauty Salon and trusting my craft and my skills. Yeah. See you on next video.